Hello, my name is Adrienne Wallace, and today I'm excited to share my evaluation and learning experience of the Google Certified Educator Program. This program is more than just a set of tutorials. It is a global professional development track aimed at transforming how we teach and collaborate using Google Workspace. Today I'll be moving beyond the basics to evaluate the program's effectiveness through the lens of established educational frameworks. I'll share what I've discovered during my Level 1 and Level 2 journey. I'll evaluate the course's overall value and provide actionable takeaways for improving the learning experience. Let's first take a look at what is the Google Certified Educator Program. It is a professional development track designed for educators to demonstrate proficiency in integrating Google Workspace for education tools into pedagogical practice. It is comprehensive, detailed, structured, and clear. The learning modules are organized into manageable units with step-by-step guidance, interactive scenarios, videos, quizzes, and real-world classroom examples. The program uses screenshots, demonstrations, and hyperlinks for further exploration, which supports self-paced learning and allows participants to revisit concepts as needed. The Google Certified Educator Program is especially valuable for K-12 teachers, higher education instructors, and instructional coaches, as well as school teachers who want to strengthen their technology integration skills and demonstrate professional competency in digital instruction. The Level 1 certification focuses on foundational skills such as using Google Classroom, Docs, Slides, Forms, Meet, and Drive to enhance instruction and streamline classroom workflows. The Level 2 instruction builds on those foundations by emphasizing transformative uses of technology, school-centered learning, differentiation, collaboration, digital citizenship, and data-driven instruction. One of the strengths of the program that I found is that it balances technical skill development with instructional application. Rather than only teaching how tools function, the modules demonstrate how those tools can improve student engagement, collaboration, assessment, accessibility, and communication with families. This made the content practical and directly relevant to my role as an educator. One additional benefit that I found that made this opportunity even more meaningful for me is that my district is covering the certification exam costs, making this certification free and more accessible for educators who want to grow professionally. Both levels of certification are delivered fully online through the Google for Education Teacher Center. It includes self-paced modules, practice activities, and certification exams. The structure of the program is divided into two proficiency levels. Level 1 is your basic level. It's foundational skills for everyday classroom use. Focuses on core skills for implementing Google Workspace for education tools like Classroom, Drive, Docs, etc. to create, share, communicate, collaborate, and organize effectively in an educational setting. Level 2 is intermediate. It offers advanced strategies for innovation, leadership, and deeper instructional integration. It builds on Level 1 by emphasizing advanced features and integrating strategies by utilizing automation and data visualization to personalize learning and improve workflows. Its core topics, both levels are structured around 5 primary domains: create, share, communicate, collaborate, and organize. Both certification levels, integrated educator case studies, provides diverse pedagogical perspectives on tool implementation, and these narratives were particularly insightful as they demonstrated the versatile application of Google Workspace across various grade levels and subject areas. The requirements for the certification were that educators must complete self-paced training via the Google for Education Teacher Center and pass a proctored, scenario-based exam for each level. Core topics were create, use Google tools to create lessons, assignments, and resources; share, apply sharing settings and permissions for collaboration; communicate, it uses Gmail, Meet, and Classroom to connect with students and families; collaborate, it provides feedback and supports student teamwork; and organize, it manages the files, data, and workflow using Drive, Sheets, and Gmail. An example of the level 1 skills that I learned were creating and managing Google Classroom classes, building assignments with due dates and rubrics, making copies of assignments for each student, organizing files in Google Drive, using Google Docs for collaboration, managing calendars and communication tools, and supporting accessibility and differentiation. Looking at my experience of level 1, its strengths are it helps educators become more efficient, organized, and confident users of Google Workspace tools. It's really ideal for teachers beginning their technology integration journey or those seeking formal certification of existing skills. Looking at level 2 Google Certified Educator, my personal experience with level 2 is that it's intended for educators who are ready to go beyond basic tool use and apply Google tools in more innovative, strategic, and transformative ways. It emphasizes leadership, personalization, advanced workflows, and instructional improvement. Examples of the skills that I learned during my level 2 experience is designing advanced Google Forms with branching logic, using response validation for data collection, publishing docs to the web, creating innovative Google Slide lessons, using Sheets to visualize student performance data, automating communication workflows, and supporting personalized and blended learning environments. In my experience with level 2, it prepares educators to become technology leaders, innovators, and mentors within their schools. It is ideal for teachers who already use Google tools regularly and want to deepen their impact. This evaluation utilizes the Quality Matters rubric framework to analyze the program's effectiveness and educational value. The program's learning objectives are clearly stated and measurable according to the Quality Matters Standard 2. Each level aligns with specific ISTE standards for educators, ensuring technical skills. For example, with level 1, determine the correct method to create, distribute, and collect assignments in Google Classroom aligns with ISTE 2.5, Innovative, Equitable Learning Environments. Level 2 utilize Google Forms and Sheets to establish and effectively organize communication with the school community. That aligns with ISTE 2.5 also. As we look at the instructional materials used, they align with Quality Matters Standards 4. The task cards used to study serve as the primary instructional scaffold. They are highly structured, providing a skills checklist followed by step-by-step technical instructions for each tool. As for the visual design, the materials use a consistent, clean layout with icons representing different Google tools like Sheets, Meet, and Calendar to help learners navigate the content visually. Scaffolding, level 1 introduces foundational tasks like create and color code folders, while level 2 advances to use paragraph styles and add-ons. As far as learner engagement, the program encourages active learning through practical application, which aligns with Quality Matters Standard 5. I was not just reading about tools, but I was prompted to perform tasks like record a meeting or translate a document. This learning by doing approach ensures that technology integration is immediately applicable to the educator's actual classroom environment. The design of the Google Certified Educator program effectively moved me through the SAMR model, from substitution to redefinition. The transition from simple file sharing in level 1 to using Google Sheets and data visualization and differentiated instruction in level 2 was the most significant insight. It shifted the perspective of Google tools from administrative utilities to powerful diagnostic instruments with student growth. The self-paced nature of this course required high self-regulation. Without live instructors, navigating the scenario-based complexity of level 2, where multiple tools must be integrated simultaneously, could be challenging for those with lower digital literacy. Using the Quality Matters framework ensures that the Google Certified Educator program is evaluated against rigorous standards that prioritize my experience and instructional alignment. My evaluation focuses on 3 core Quality Matters standards. Learning objectives. The Google Certified Educator program excels here by explicitly aligning technical exam learning objectives with the ISTE standards for educators. Level 1 justification. Objectives such as determining the correct method to create and collect assignments in Google Classroom directly support innovative, equitable learning environments. Level 2 justification. Advanced objectives like leveraging Google Sheets to visualize student data for differentiated instruction aligns with with using data to guide progress. The task cards themselves represent highly effective instructional design. Structured scaffolding, the material is organized into a consistent skills checklist format, which Quality Matters identifies as essential for clarity and learner navigation. Then there's practical application by providing step-by-step guides for tasks such as create and color code folders in Level 1 or apply conditional formatting in Level 2. The materials ensure the instructional content is directly relevant to learning objectives. The program's design promotes active learning through a learning by doing model. Active integration, I was not just a participant of information, I was actively engaged with each tool by performing tasks like translate a document or insert an image placeholder. There was collaborative design. Standard 5 is further met through the program's emphasis on collaborative tools, teaching educators how to assign sharing permissions and invite co-teachers, which I believe mirrors the professional collaboration required in modern education. To further evaluate the Google Certified Educator Program, the Kirkpatrick 4-level model and sections framework provide useful lenses. Together, they assess both the effectiveness of learning outcomes and the quality of the online learning environment. Evaluating using the Kirkpatrick model, the program created a positive experience for me. Because of its relevance, practicality, and flexibility, I was able to learn at my own pace, and the task felt meaningful rather than disconnected from real teaching practice. The course was engaging because I immediately saw how the tools connect to my everyday work. As for Level 2, the certifications successfully built my knowledge and skills in Google tools, digital pedagogy, communication systems, and productivity strategies. In evaluating this program, I felt that I gained practical skills that I was able to demonstrate through the certification exams as well as real classroom use. As for Level 2, the certification successfully built my knowledge and skills in Google tools, digital pedagogy, communication systems, and productivity strategies. Level 3, behavior, I found that one of the greatest strengths of the program is the transfer into practice. I could immediately apply what I learned through Google Classroom, Forms, Docs, Drive, Meet, and other tools. In my evaluation, I think the program strongly supports real behavior change in teaching practice. Level 4 results, I believe when educators apply what they learned through these certifications, their schools will experience improved communication, more efficient workflows, stronger collaboration, faster feedback, and more engaging digital lessons. In applying the base sections framework, the self-paced structure supports learners with different schedules and readiness levels. Ease of use, the platform is intuitive and easy to navigate. Cost, training materials are free and many districts pay for certification exams. Teaching functions, the tools directly support instruction, assessment, communication, and differentiation. Interaction, the hands-on activities are included, but peer collaboration could be stronger. Organizational fit, the program aligns especially well with schools using Google Workspace. Networking, some networking opportunity exists, but formal communities of practice could be expanded. And lastly, security. Google Workspace provides secure educational environments and administrative controls. The strengths of the program, they were practical and immediately useful learning, flexible self-paced design, strong alignment to classroom practice, builds confidence and professional credibility, supports instructional innovation, is an excellent fit for Google Workspace schools, and it encourages efficiency and organization. However, I do feel there are some areas for improvement. They could add more grade level and subject-specific examples, include peer discussion forums and collaboration spaces, maybe offer coaching or mentoring after certification, add modules on AI tools and emerging technologies, provide stronger measures of classroom and student impact, and I think it should also create advanced badges beyond Level 2. Overall, the Google Certified Educator Level 1 and Level 2 program was an excellent online professional development experience for me. It successfully combines flexible learning, practical application, and meaningful skill development. The program is especially effective because participants can immediately transfer what they learn into their teaching practice. Its greatest strength is that it moves beyond simply teaching software features and instead helps educators improve instruction, communication, collaboration, and student engagement. While the program could be enhanced with more networking, coaching, and advanced pathways, I found that it remains one of the most valuable certification options available for educators in digital learning environments. The program effectively used a spiral curriculum design. Level 1 establishes the foundation of basic use of Google Workspace for education fundamentals. Level 2 then builds upon this by introducing additional functionality to make teaching duties more efficient, such as automation and personalized updates. This progression ensures that learners are not overwhelmed and can see a clear path for their professional growth. Based on my comprehensive analysis of the Google Certified Educator Level 1 and Level 2 programs and applying Quality Matters and the SAMR framework, my evaluation highlights areas of strength and provides strategic recommendations for improvement. Critical analysis, the transition from consumption to transformation. The program's greatest strength lies in its progressive scaffolding. Level 1 successfully introduces substitution and augmentation, the SAMR model, by digitizing traditional tasks like collecting assignments via Google Classroom. Level 2 pushes into modification and redefinition, focusing on the advanced data analysis through pivot tables and conditional formatting to drive personalized instruction. However, my analysis reveals a gap in synchronous social presence, Quality Matters Standard 5, as the program is entirely self-paced and lacks built-in peer-to-peer interaction. Although I value the assessment format, I experienced an unexpected challenge during the testing process. Initially, I believed I could complete each section of the exam at my own pace. Because of my busy schedule, I thought I could take the multiple choice portion of the exam, stop it, and return later to finish the performance-based labs portion of the exam. However, the exam does not allow for modular completion. Unbeknown to me, there is a continuous timer that remains active in between the multiple choice and the lab sections, regardless of whether the browser is closed or if the user logs out, which resulted in an automatic failure due to my session expiration. After contacting Google representative, I learned that the exam timer runs continuously for 9 hours once the session begins. Since the allotted time had elapsed between the time I started and the time I returned, the system automatically graded the attempt as failed and triggered a mandatory 8-day waiting period before I could retake the exam. Although the failed attempt was disappointing, it became an important learning experience. It reminded me of the importance of understanding assessment policies and planning adequate, uninterrupted time for performance-based online exams. The experience also showed me that resilience and persistence are important parts of professional growth. Rather than becoming discouraged, I viewed the setback as an opportunity to better prepare for my next attempt. As an educator, this experience also helped me reflect on how important clear instructions are in any online assessment environment. The strengths of this program: 1, is relevant to classroom practice. The skills that are taught directly connect to teaching, communication, assessment, and organization. While the program was strong overall, several improvements could enhance the learner experience. Make exam timing policies more visible before the assessment begins. Provide clear reminders that the timer continues even when logged out. Offer a practice simulation of the testing environment. Include progress checkpoints before the exam starts. Expand learner support resources for first-time test takers. In conclusion, the Google Certified Educator Level 1 and Level 2 certification program is a high-quality online professional learning experience that equips educators with practical digital skills for modern teaching and learning. The courses are well-designed, relevant, and grounded in authentic classroom application. My personal experience was positive overall because the learning was immediately useful and professionally rewarding. Although I faced a challenge with the exam timing system, the experience taught me valuable lessons about online assessment design. The most important takeaway is that meaningful professional development should challenge learners, build practical skills, and inspire continued growth. The Google Certified Educator program successfully does this and remains a valuable opportunity for educators seeking to strengthen their impact in technology-rich classrooms. Thank you.